Chapter 3. Let's go back to Prospero's cave and see what's happening with Ferdinand and Miranda. Remember, they fell in love the moment they met. Ferdinand was working hard, carrying heavy logs as Prospero had ordered. Even though Ferdinand was a prince, and maybe now a king, since he believed his father had died, he didn't complain about doing such tiring work. In fact, he was happy. Prospero was strict, but Miranda was so kind that her presence made even hard work feel light. As he worked, Ferdinand thought to himself, "Even simple tasks can feel special if you do them with love. I do this work for her, so I don't mind at all. Prospero may be harsh, but Miranda is gentle and wonderful. I feel truly happy." While he was still working, Miranda came out of the cave. Prospero, who had made himself invisible with magic, stood nearby, quietly watching them. Miranda looked at Ferdinand with concern. "Please don't work so hard," she said. "I wish all these logs would just turn to ash. My father is busy studying. He won't move for hours. You can rest now." Ferdinand smiled but kept working. "Thank you, but I don't think I can finish before sunset. I don't have time to stop." "Then let me carry the logs," Miranda offered. "You can take a break." "Oh, no," said Ferdinand. "I couldn't possibly let you do that. I'd rather hurt myself than watch you work." "But I could do it too," Miranda insisted. "I'd do it happily for you." Watching them, Prospero whispered to himself, "Poor things, they're truly in love. But this is a good thing." Ferdinand then asked gently, "You've been so kind to me. May I know your name? I'd like to pray for you, but I don't know what to call you." Without thinking, Miranda told him her name. Then she gasped, remembering her father had told her not to reveal it. "Oh no, I wasn't supposed to say that." But Ferdinand was thrilled. "Miranda, what a beautiful name. It suits you perfectly. I've met many women before. Some were pretty. Some had lovely voices, but none of them truly touched my heart. You're different. You are perfect." Miranda's eyes shone. "I don't know anything about other women," she admitted. "I've only seen myself in a mirror. And as for men, I only know my father and you. But I promise, I can't imagine caring for anyone but you." Then she added, surprised by her own boldness, "Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that either." Ferdinand replied, "Then I should tell you who I really am. I'm the Prince of Naples. I might even be king now. But titles don't matter. From the moment I saw you, I knew I'd do anything for you. Even this hard work is a joy when you're near." Miranda blushed. "So, do you love me?" Ferdinand raised his hands and said seriously, "If I'm lying, may all my future happiness disappear. Miranda, I love you more than anyone. I respect you with all my heart." Miranda, deeply moved, began to cry. Prospero, still watching silently, smiled. "This is beautiful. May heaven bless their future." Seeing her tears, Ferdinand asked, "Are you crying because you love me too?" Miranda nodded and said bravely, "Yes. I'll be honest, like a child. If you'll have me, I'll be your wife, and if not, I'll be your servant." Ferdinand knelt down. "My queen, I'll love and serve you forever. Let's seal this promise." Miranda held out her hand, and he kissed it gently. After making this vow, Miranda returned to the cave, and Ferdinand went back to his work. Prospero, smiling, also went inside to finish his tasks before dinner. Now, let's go back to King Alonso and his group. They were walking through the forest, still searching for the prince. After a long walk toward the center of the island, they climbed to the top of a cliff. Below them was Prospero's cave, and around them stood a thick grove of lime trees. The group walked for a long time without resting. Old Gonzalo grew tired first, and asked if they could stop and take a break. King Alonso, also exhausted, collapsed to the ground and said, "Gonzalo, maybe you're just old, but I'm worn out too. My head feels heavy and confused. I think it's time to give up. My son is gone. The sea has taken him, and now we wander this island for nothing." Not far away, Antonio and Sebastian were whispering quietly. "Look at the king," Antonio said. "He's ready to give up. Are you still on board with our plan, even after we missed our chance last time?" "Of course," said Sebastian. "We'll wait for the right moment." "Tonight, then," said Antonio. "They're too tired to keep watch." The two men exchanged a sneaky smile. Just then, strange music began to play. Everyone looked around in surprise, but saw no one. What they didn't know was that Prospero stood on a cliff above them, invisible and watching everything. While the group tried to understand what was happening, strange figures, some that looked human and some that didn't, appeared. They carried a grand feast and danced around the table before disappearing. The food remained, and everyone stared in amazement, wondering if they had seen spirits or islanders with magical powers. King Alonso stepped forward. "Whatever this is, I don't care. Let's eat. If this is my last meal, so be it. I feel like my life is already over." As they began to gather around the table, thunder roared and lightning flashed. A huge bird appeared and struck the table with its wings, making all the food vanish. The bird was Ariel in disguise. In a loud, powerful voice, Ariel shouted, "You three sinners! The god of fate sent the sea to spit you out. You are not worthy to live among people, and now you're trapped on this island. I will drive you mad. You will either hang yourselves or jump into the sea." Alonso, Antonio, and Sebastian drew their swords, ready to fight, but they couldn't move. Prospero had cast a spell on them. They were frozen in place. Then Ariel continued, his voice loud and strong. "You fools! You cannot hurt me. I serve the god of fate. You can't harm the wind or cut the ocean. I am like that. I am untouchable. Look at your hearts instead. You forced Prospero and his daughter out of Milan and into the sea. The sea remembers. Alonso! The gods have taken your son as punishment. Now you will suffer worse than death unless you repent and change your ways." With that, Ariel disappeared, and soft music returned. The strange spirits came back and took away the feast table. From his hiding place, Prospero nodded and whispered, "Good job, Ariel. You said everything I asked. Now their guilt will make them lose their minds. They will be mine to control, but I must return to Ferdinand and Miranda now." After Prospero left, King Alonso cried out in a crazed voice, "Everything is speaking to me. The sea, the wind, the thunder, they all accuse me of my sins. My son is lost because of me. I'll join him under the sea." Alonso ran toward the ocean. In his madness, Sebastian shouted, "Come at me! I'll fight you all!" and ran after the king. Antonio, also mad, cried, "I'll help!" and followed. Too tired to run, Gonzalo watched them go and muttered, "They've all gone mad. Their guilt has finally caught up to them." Then he turned to the other lords and said, "Please, go after them. Stop them before they do something terrible." The others rushed off, leaving Gonzalo behind. 10. Comprehension questions. 1. Why was Ferdinand carrying heavy logs, and how did he feel about it? 2. What made Ferdinand's hard work feel enjoyable to him? 3. Why did Miranda offer to carry the logs for Ferdinand? 4. What mistake did Miranda make during her conversation with Ferdinand? 5. How did Ferdinand react when he learned Miranda's name? 6. What did Ferdinand say to prove his love for Miranda? 7. What plan did Caliban suggest to Stefano regarding Prospero? 8. How did Ariel trick and confuse Caliban and the others during their plotting? 9. What was King Alonso's reaction to seeing the magical feast and hearing Ariel's speech? 10. What happened to Alonso, Antonio, and Sebastian after Ariel accused them? Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.